Your sound is good?
My sound is very good, yeah.
Okay. Sometimes it gets some static noises. You sure you don't want any coffee or whatever?
This is what I drink, and I don't drink it anymore, but today is a special day, Yuri, so I've decided to allow myself to drink a Predator. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen you've been drinking this like a lot.
Yeah, and I've been aging a lot also.
Talking about this thing.
Yeah.
On TikTok.
It's actually associated with my astrological chart, because I'm a Leo ascendant, and a Leo is the lion.
Leo.
Oh yeah. It's like a sign in astrology.
Yeah. I'm Aquarius. I think you know that.
Yeah, but you're probably not an Aquarius in the Vedic system. Like that's the Gregorian calendar, the Western stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the Vedic they do it differently.
Vedic?
It's all of India. They use it. Like when you're born in India, you get your chart, your horoscope checked, and it's called the Vedic astrology. It's 10,000-year-old system.
But is it based on the year you were born?
It's based on the exact second you were born.
Oh, it's Chinese. It's Chinese thing.
The Chinese is like that's the.
I'm a rooster.
Yeah,
right.
The 12 zodiac things.
Yes,
it's pretty accurate, but the Vedic system is so accurate. Like there's everything. When you're born, there's the planet, there's the sign, there's 12 signs, then there's 27 stars, and it's super accurate. There's all kinds of stuff. There's houses. They have literally like mapped out the energy in your body.
It's like feng shui.
Feng shui.
Yes. No?
What is that?
When you say, like the energy flows. So you're supposed to like put a bed here and flower here.
Yeah.
Picture here, window here. So it's a feng shui, right? Like
I don't get what you're saying at all.
Huh?
What? Like the energy is like a room?
No, the energy flows.
Yeah.
Let's say, right? So,
yes.
So you need to build your house and...
so the energy flows correctly.
Yes, exactly. Let's say if you like face...
Oh, that's a good way of seeing the houses, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like different rooms. Like, for example, second house is the voice, is communication. And if you have Mercury in second house, exalted, then you have a great voice.
Yeah.
So they map out all the energy. It's like a genius system, but it's super detailed. It's an education in India. It's like a 6-year education, just learning that stuff.
Really?
Yeah. But in India, everybody gets it done. Every single birth, before marriage, they do it.
Is there like a god of that?
Yeah, every star has like a mythology, a god. So there's all kinds of stuff to it. It's complicated. But I've been studying that 8 hours a day. Like I'm obsessed with it.
Have you watched this record of Ragnarok?
I know Ragnarok. That's like where everything goes to shit. Like crazy.
Yeah. But I mean, on Netflix there's this series, Record of Ragnarok.
I haven't seen it. I think I've seen a little bit actually.
Well, like different gods meet, like from India, Buddha, and from North. Also, yeah.
North. That's weird. But Ragnarok Ragnarok in my story is like
from different mythology.
Do they fight?
Yeah,
they fight. Who wins?
Different. Buddha is very strong.
That's interesting. In my culture, Ragnarok is when the gods all fight, and Odin, he's like a trickster. He fucks things up, and everybody just goes crazy. And you know what that reminds me of? A really weird thing I'll tell you is, you know Adolf Hitler, right?
Mm-hmm.
The day he was born, 1808. I can't remember. I think it was 1908 or something. But the day he was born, there was made a painting. And this painting looks exactly like Hitler. Now, it said Carl Jung, you know Carl Jung, right?
Mm.
Okay, he's
Carl Jung,
Carl Jung.
Psychologist.
He said that Hitler was possessed by Odin, the god of Odin.
Allfather.
Yeah, he said he was possessed by him. So this painting is called Odin, and it's Hitler riding a freaking horse, and it looks like Hitler, but the painting is made in when Hitler was born. I'll just show you, like, it's really weird. Hitler painting, birth date, I can't remember what it's called, but it's so freaky.
Why do they call him Allfather? Because he was the first?
This is the painting, 1889. Now you tell me if it looks like Hitler. You know what Hitler looks like?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know what? Have you ever seen a picture of Hitler?
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know what does this thing look like.
You see the hair and the mustache.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like Hitler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This is a painting by who?
By some painter, and it's a painting of Odin, because it's said in the old story that Odin would come and create chaos and like kill everybody, right? And the date Hitler was born, this painting was made of him, and it looks just like Hitler. But this guy didn't know nothing about Hitler, and Hitler later came and did the things, right? And then Carl Jung said he was possessed by Odin. Maybe it's too weird. That's the type of stuff I'm into.
It reminds me of this,
What do Ukrainians think of Hitler?
Racist, fascist,
Evil,
right?
Yeah. But I heard a lot of bad stuff about Ukraine and the Bolshevism, and the communists did a lot of bad stuff to the Ukrainians. Do you learn about that in school?
Yeah, of course we do.
Yeah.
But with a different political power, our history a little polishes once in a while,
Yeah.
So we used to learn when we were kids one history, but then in uni, like a half of that stuff was revised, they would teach us of heroes of our country, right? But then when you grow up, you learn what they did.
The true story.
Yeah.
What about Lenin and stuff? You heard about him?
Yeah, of course.
And I wonder, what is the perspective? Did you have a bad perspective on Stalin or Hitler? Who was worse? Because in my school, they just said Stalin, he killed some people, but Hitler, but Hitler's a bad guy. I've got to watch out what I say here. He's a really bad guy.
Well, yeah, Stalin, he also killed a lot of millions of people.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, I just heard the Ukrainian history is freaking horrible. Crazy terrible. They suffered, and everybody, so many Christians died because of Bolshevistic Jews and stuff.
That's also a matter of ideology.
Yeah.
Because Ukraine develops as a nation as always always on the side of people who are suffer.
That's
and you teach kids with this kind of ideas of people always suffering, and then some people owes them, because they suffer so much.
Oh, victim mentality.
Victims, yes.
That's the worst thing.
That's the worst thing, right?
It hurts yourself to be a victim, really. I really believe that. But there's a lot of that in America and everywhere now, right?
I don't think America, they really care about that. They care what they will do next. Not really thinking about what was there in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, I just heard blacks in America, they will call themselves victims, right? They've lost everything, or the system against them, all kinds of stuff. But truly just hurts you more if you're a victim.
Yeah, victim mentality not really letting you develop, your own ideas.
Yeah.
Because when you want to talk about Ukraine, you talk about what? What?
Yeah.
I would love to say this guy invented something incredible.
Yeah.
That's what I would want to talk about. But then, in fact, you just talk about how people suffer, dying, killing, and stuff like this. Which...
Did your parents ever talk about that? That kind of type of horrible stuff?
Yeah. My dad loves to talk about history,
Yeah.
But I don't see anyone making a very good lesson,
Yeah.
of it, because lesson ideally you need to get to the point where you just think about your own development as a person, right? What you can do in this life, not about what other people did to you wrong, and then you feel so bad and those people should die. And also that's an interesting thought I heard recently, that all this democracy and free world, and you get to know nation, or you get to know people once they know who are their enemies. And usually the enemies of a free world are not even humans, whatever the enemy is, it's usually okay, those guys are so bad, we don't even need to treat them as people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I understand. When you go to war, the other people, you don't care.
Yeah, but also those people who are what they call them, left or right.
Yeah.
Right, left, centric, and whatever, right? So
they classify everybody.
You need to, you learn a lot about person if you know who is their enemy and how they treat their enemy.
Yeah.
If they call their enemies are like those are like monkeys or like some not
Crazy
even
people.
lower beings.
But isn't that normal? Don't everybody do that in war?
No.
There's some that transcend it.
The funny thing is, dictators and that kind of imperialistic mindset
Yeah.
not really think about their enemies as like not humans. They do opposite. Like they actually treat you higher in order to defeat you.
In where?
Like
who were you talking about?
like imperialistic.
Imperialistic societies.
Yes. They don't really call names their enemies, right?
I can't remember what imperialism is. My teacher, I can hear screaming at me now. Like my father always talks about imperialism.
Like
it's like, what is it?
Like as opposed to a democracy, right?
Where the centralized power.
Yeah.
One person.
And you can assure that
like
the power,
Putin.
Yeah, kind of. Where you assure that the power in 10 years would be approximately in the same hands or in the same kind of like in how to say, in the it will basically approach the same goal as it does now, right? So it won't like totally change because in democratic society in 5 years everything can just flip.
So you're saying in imperial societies they see the enemy as like above them,
as like at least equal.
Man, I don't understand that. I thought like people like Stalin or Putin or something, they were just like, the enemy is nothing, right? Like you heard what they did to the fucking Germans when they invaded a Second World War. They just raped everybody. But with the war thing, I was reading about this. I remember when I was 15 about like tribes and how they would fight. And at that time it was violent. Like they just had like, imagine like 30 people in one tribe, 30 people in another tribe in Kenya, attacking each other. And just, I remember like some archaeologists found they would like bash in the skull and stuff. And they called it tribalism. Like when there are two different tribes, they'll just destroy each other.
But
and torture. Like it's wild.
But yeah, Germany, it wasn't an empire. It was a different thing.
Germany.
It's not empire. You know, empire is like where you have a family, right?
Like a king type of thing, king
kinda.
And queen. That's imperialism. Yes. I understand.
And now, like, we can treat you well if you are, if you have skills.
Yeah.
In democracy, it doesn't matter if you have skills. I mean, now it's a different type of relationship with people. Like, you can be lucky. You can have some relatives. You can have some, but now it's like a market society more.
Yeah.
But in empirism, like I said, if you're a good warrior, it's good if you fight for us, not for the other guy.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, like you can be, I can be your brother, but you would rather hire who are actually much stronger than me because you need to think about how to protect yourself and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, kings and people killing each other and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, but tribalism is mad. It's really mad stuff.
Tribalism.
Yeah, like and also
like divide and conquer.
Yeah, that type of stuff.
Caesar.
But I think that things are coming up. Like when I scroll, do you use X, Twitter? Do you use X, the app, Twitter? Like Elon Musk's app. Do you use that app?
Yeah, sure.
On there's no filtration, right? Like it's not like on YouTube, they don't filter stuff. So I see all kinds of crazy stuff there. Like racism is there, Nazism, hating Jews, hating blacks, hating, like all that stuff is there and it doesn't get like removed for hate speech. So like I think those things are coming up. Like I think that's gonna come like more and more racism, especially in Scandinavia where I come from. Like there's nothing of it, right? Nothing when I was there. I think against Jews and black people. Maybe maybe just general racism. Like imagine going back 500 years, like that type of thinking. Yeah, I feel like there's like things are coming up, ramping up in that type of sense. You should try to scroll on X because your news there will just be, not bullshit. It won't be filtrated. Like when I post stuff, like I posted some stuff on Snapchat just on my story and it got removed, right? Because I said certain things. So if something gets removed, you're going to see clearly.
I don't know, like 2 days ago, my friend told me a story about this Julius Caesar, right?
Yeah.
You know, like the Roman emperor.
Yeah, I heard about him.
One of the, so you know what he did?
What?
He wanted to invite set those people, they conquered, and he wanted to bring those people to the Senate, basically.
The people he conquered to the center.
Yeah, to the Senate to let them rule their own provinces, which means like it's like a government, right? He wanted to bring them to the government, their own enemies, and that's why that was like one of the reasons why he got killed eventually. Why
because he had such a huge empire.
Because
like it's Rome we're talking about. Is this true?
Yes. Yeah.
That was mad big, man. 1,000-year reign. Imagine that.
He conquered a lot, but then is just to add to the topic of like treating your enemies, in a proper way, where you actually, he invited them closer, right?
Yeah.
So that they rule their own land, basically, but under this and those guys in Rome, they were like, "Are you crazy? Like, we can let those people come and be like equal as us."
Yeah, I heard in Rome they were completely different in their mentality. Like in Roman times, if you're weak, you are a person of low worth. And if you're strong, you're high worth. Like a weak person was seen not just like physically weak, but like, their soul was less worth in the ancient Roman Empire.
It's like a Spartan education, you mean?
Yeah, but just like that's completely normal. Nowadays, like you can see, let's say, a weaker person or a woman or something, and you're like, of course they're equal, blah, blah, blah. But they were ruthless. Like it was all about how strong are you? And that's tied to your value exactly, right? Imagine being a Spartan. Like imagine being a person that just fights other people to death. Can you imagine actually going in, fighting till you die? Like really? Like I've had like one fight in my life, and I remember thinking there's no way out. Like I have to fight the guy. I can't run. I can't do nothing. The only way for me to get out is to punch his freaking face. Right? I remember thinking that, and it like focuses you completely. Now imagine if we went to a duel. You had a sword. I had a sword, and we had to fight to death. One of us had to kill each other. It's crazy. But that's normal when you read history, man. History's so freaking crazy, I think. Because you realize, like, look how civilized everybody is here. We're sitting, speaking normally. Everything's normal. Nobody's freaking,
Yeah.
But we could meet in another situation where things were freaking crazy, where we'd be trying to freaking torture each other.
Right.
Right? That must be in us somewhere. Because my forefather, how is he different than me?
I don't understand like how people survived in your in your place
in Denmark,
in the world. Yeah, because it's colder. The weather.
Oh yeah, in the old times.
Yeah, because in the old ones, people would like travel, but then it's different when you travel in like on this area.
But UK gets even colder.
Colder, but it also has
a warm summer.
Yes.
Our summer's pretty warm, but I think they were really smart. I don't think people understand history correctly because somehow the Vikings, they sailed, like they navigated the sea. They didn't have a compass.
How did they just get frozen?
They have no, I don't know how they did that, but imagine being on a boat and like if you sink, you're not like, oh, I'm dying with my family around me, I'm gonna get buried. You're sinking. Imagine sinking and there's like 4 kilometers down and you're just sinking to the bottom of the freaking ocean. Doesn't that sound like the worst possible death? Like sinking in the ocean.
I know they had like these low boats, almost like a plot on the water. Those
the Viking books.
Yeah.
Boats.
Yeah. They weren't like huge. They were like small.
Yeah.
But also like there's no those
rowing things.
Yeah, no. There was, but I mean, there is no like a rooms inside.
Yeah. You're right.
They were like all outside.
Yeah, it has been
on the boat.
Damn cold, but imagine they were fucking fearless. They were really fearless.
Exactly.
They were some mad people.
What kept them going?
That also shows the strength that people have inside of them, right? And nowadays in Denmark, like I hear now, like all in the West, everywhere, like America, everywhere, like children have anxiety, depression, like a depressed 7-year-old. Like it's so weird, right? For me, if I had a son, like I was watching this 1-year-old child that has been living with us for a little while. His name is Tyler. I love him. He's like 1 year old. And in Kenya, in my country, they protect the children. But in Kenya, just, go play, right? And he comes in again. But he just plays all day in bare feet. And he becomes tough. And I think that's the why. In Denmark, you don't do that. You pay a person to look after the child. Don't climb the tree.
West can afford that.
West?
Can.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's another thought. Like you know, on the one side, it's bad, but on the other side, people are capable of actually learning about all those things like anxieties and actually have time and money and to learn and think about what we can do. It's not like before. It was not. It wasn't there. Maybe it was, but it's just no one had that privilege of or knowledge.
Yeah,
that luxury of.
I'm interested to hear what you think of that, because when I was picking mushrooms like last summer in Denmark, I met a professor. He's actually works in the state of Denmark. He's like the leader of the Danish like weather stuff and milieu. I don't know what it's called, weather stuff and taking care of nature and so on, right? And I was speaking to him, and he said he broke down under stress. And I was asking him like, how do you do that? And he was like giving an intellectual, he's a professor, right? An intellectual explanation. I was like, but didn't our ancestors go to war? Is that not more stressful than your work, earning millions? Why do you know? So that's what I wonder about. Like, how could we go to war once, but now going to work makes us die, like fall under for stress? Do you not think there's something wrong? Like, we really shouldn't bend, like, what is it called? Break under stress. Like many people at work, they have a heart attack because they're so stressed.
I think it's just a privilege of modern world that you can afford, having those things.
Afford having stress, yeah.
Yes.
Do you think some people in, let's say, 200 years ago in Ukraine, where your children die and all kinds of stuff, do you think they just were more resilient? Like they actually became stronger? Isn't it possible to become strong by hardship? Like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. People worked on land a lot, you know, and that's a totally different mindset. You not really think about changing stuff, or you just you're 1, 2, 3.
There's not so many things in your hands, right? It's just like whatever the weather does.
Yeah, the weather does. You wake up, you need to sow your stuff, you need to water your plants.
Yeah.
And then you need to gather some stuff, basically prepare some food. And then if something comes, the war comes to you, and you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, you need to praise these people. Yeah, these people are great. And then the other people comes, and you're like, okay, now these people are good.
Yeah.
And that's a totally different thing, It's not like on your side where people are, shaped in cold and in those,
I think Ukrainians are tougher, but
potato won't grow on those like rocks.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
But in Ukraine, they have potato, they have stuff.
Yeah, you have the best earth in the whole world or something like that.
So so you don't need to worry about what you're gonna eat.
For me, I remember coming to Kenya first time, maybe 3 or 4 years ago or something, and I was first time I came, I was like somewhere in CBD. And I was scared. Like, I'd been to India, but I was scared. Like, I was scared of all these black people. I was just scared because it was a new place. It's more chaotic. It's not like Denmark, I'll tell you that. And I was scared, right? And now I don't even think if I tried, I could scare myself, right? And for me, I just see like some difficult moments just made me change, and pain made me adapt. And now I don't get scared anymore, right? Like, I think you get tougher from life. If you got tougher from life, you're like...
yeah, of course.
You're like the age of Jesus Christ, right? 32?
Almost. Yeah.
So 33, you'll be crucified?
Yeah, I'll be dead. Oh, and resurrected.
You'll be remembered for 2,000 years. It's worth it.
Yeah, I think, of course, life made me tough. I mean, you need to go to Russia one day.
Yeah, should.
To the north, to the north and eastern part. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like close to even Mongolia and stuff. But I want to go to India again and study the Hindu type of stuff.
India again?
Yeah, because that's what I read. I read this astrology and weird stuff. I heard a Hindu guy say that there's no such thing as death. Like, have you ever seen a dead person?
Of course.
But were they there?
That's a little scary, I guess.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The person wasn't there. So were you seeing a dead person? You're not really seeing a dead person, you're seeing a dead body. They were not there, right? So I've never seen a dead person. So does death even exist?
I used to think about that. You know all those rituals, you have. I don't know what kind of rituals you have when someone dies.
Oh.
But like, in Ukraine, you have, like all these people come to your house and say the day one. How it in movies like day 0,
Okay. after the death.
Yeah, this happened, right?
Yeah.
So what happens in a day one, right? So your relatives come to you stuff, and they will just spend some time with you for no really like a good reason. It's just they are there.
Mourning.
Yes.
What is it called? Mourning in English.
And then the next day, you have like those kind of traditions, rituals, some small rituals, right? You do with those people who are your relatives, and then by the time like you don't it's been like 3 days, and you're not really processed what happened. But just the time went by, and you feel much more easier because. When I was a kid, I used to like question like why do we need to do this and this and this, and just weird thing. But then with years you get to understand like, okay, this is much more easier to get over.
Yeah,
this.
That's the thing with tradition, and also in Kenya they have the traditions from their cultures, right? And for me, when I was younger, I used to think it's stupid. But as I get older and wiser, I see there's a reason this rule has been here for 5,000 years, right? Like in Kikuyu culture, for example, a mother is not allowed to visit the new house, right? Like, let's say I get married.
Whose mother, yours or your?
Both, but both. But let's say that I marry a Kikuyu girl, right? And we move in together. The mother cannot come. And in my country, I'm just gonna be direct. There's many issues with mothers coming in and being like, "Oh, you should do this," and talk to the woman and involving in the issues. And it's terrible. It's destructive beyond belief. It's so terrible, and it's terrible in this weird feminine way. And in Kikuyu culture, they said, look, if you move out, you're now the man of your household, you're the man of your woman. Your mother is not going to come and,
For how much time?
She's not allowed to visit. You're not allowed to visit the house at all.
What do you mean?
That's the Kikuyu culture. You're not allowed to visit, as far as I've learned. Yeah, you're not. You can go there, but you're not allowed. It's disrespectful if you go into the house. Yeah.
And like, what about like in a year of time?
Well, there's special. They're not allowed to at all. But there's special occasions, right? Like somebody dies or something like that. But as far as I've understood, it's disrespectful. I've been living with a Kikuyu woman. The mother doesn't come. She came once because there was no other option, right? But it's like she was humble, and it's disrespectful. And I just think there's a reason the rule is that. It may seem stupid on the surface, but I think in Denmark I experienced a lot of relationships where the mother comes and talks to your wife and talks to you and goes into involving your issues and so on. And it's destructive. Yeah.
Because like you bring your own rules.
I just think your mother...
And the wife would freak out.
A woman's love is like... A woman's love... That women have two types of love, right? Either they respect their man or they love a child. So a woman's love is like nurturing. So a woman's love is for a baby. So if you're loved by your mother and taking care of your mother and smothered when you're 20, you become a baby. So that's why, you gotta become a man and you move out from your mother's house, and you're no longer, Yeah, but that's only one of the few things I know about Kikuyu culture, but they also don't wash their hands after they eat meat.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe the grease is healthy for that. I don't know. It's like one of the things. But it's old. I think many Kikuyus don't do it anymore. But I love Kikuyu culture. Yeah.
I think that's why this Institute of Education is great, because you have a natural way of, releasing your kids to another city or another place where they can live and learn how to be independent. So it's not like you need to just throw them for no reason. But now you have a reason. Okay, you need to go to uni.
In Ukraine, are they the same with if you have a son and a daughter? Like for me, because when I'm thinking I'll have a daughter, with a son it's quite easy. Get out in the world, become a man. I don't know if I want to feed my daughter to the wolves of this world. I know most people turn a blind eye to it, but if you send your girl, in my perspective, if you send your daughter to the city, there's a good chance she's gonna be, destroyed. I believe completely. What do you think? You don't really?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I think any type of father, right? You care about your kids, but
I'm gonna be super traditional. Like I'm gonna when my daughter reaches 18, if I get a daughter,
I guess I'm very liberal in this thing.
Yeah, I'll find her a husband.
A husband?
Yeah, I'll find her a husband. Yeah,
and you ask like for sheep, right?
Yeah, I'll ask for
sheep.
That. Yeah, I paid dowry, so I'll like dowries also. Yeah, 20 cows, one cow 60K is a little bit of money, It's money. But for me, my argument for that, like, I know everybody thinks I'm crazy for it, but for me, like, when I was 18 years old, I knew nothing about the world, right? Now, when my daughter's 18 years old, she can't choose a man because she doesn't know anything about men, whatever, in no essence. But me, or her father, he has dealt with men his whole life. He is a man himself. He's had complications, business, all kinds of stuff with men. He knows men. Like, I'm sure when you see a man, you could probably tell this guy is a predator. He's not a good guy. And you can navigate the world because you're a man yourself and you know the world. Now, I just bet you that if you had a daughter that was 17, she wouldn't have such a good understanding as you. So in my essence, that's a form of protection for the daughter. And I'll ask for some land, right? So I'll earn some money also. Do like a transition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. I have to just like learn more about the other world, like the Muslim world, for example, right? Where they used to like, preserve the family, 2 generations, like, only marry, only marry within the family.
Yeah. Is your woman Muslim?
Yeah, she is.
Does that make you, is it not difficult? Like, is the family needs her to marry another Muslim type of stuff? Or it's not that strict?
I don't think I'm that kind of traditional.
Yeah.
In this case.
But you're a Christian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you look very Christian.
Why?
Because you look like Jesus Christus.
Well, I tried. I think I tried like different religions.
You tried?
Or practices, let's say. Yeah. I mean, I really like researched. Made some research on.
Yeah.
When I was in uni, visited different people.
Did you have like questioning about life and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
And you wanted to find the answers?
Yeah.
I think many people go through that. And what was your conclusion?
The book, I think, Viktor Frankl. You know that guy?
No.
It was like a...
Oh, Frankl from South America?
No. He was... eventually, he suffered in one of those Hitler's camps. But he has this famous book of looking for a meaning of life. And he talks about people like, being in those camps and how people's perspective change depending on when they are, where they are, Like, let's say those people who were in those camps, they always find a way to be happy, even there.
I heard it was terrible beyond belief in those camps. Yeah, those died, right?
Yes, exactly. I mean, but still, how your consciousness can adapt depending on let's say you're in a camp in a cell, but still you find something that would make your day good,
You go within or something.
Yeah. So he was like pushing this idea, like, to find a meaning of life. You can find meaning in anything. That was like the real thing. It's up to you to make that choice. It's not like the meaning will come to you and will like be like insight. But depending on where you are, what you're doing, you can find meaning in this.
Yeah.
And this could be the everything you need.
Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, for me, I don't even know. Yeah, I just think meaning came in adventure. And like, I remember like maybe 4 years ago, I was going to do the classical road, right? I was going to study. I'm going to study some bullshit and do some stuff I didn't like because I wanted a secure future, right? So I had anxiety about the future.
You didn't want to be archaeologist.
No, I actually thought about that, but I thought about archaeologist, philosopher, everything, right?
Yeah.
Like my mind was everywhere, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna study so I can have a future because I need to have my economy straight. And I just said, fuck it. One day I said, fuck it, and I packed all my stuff, everything, and I went to Kenya. And just, and I'm
to India now. And then to Kenya.
Yeah, so India was just after high school. And that was a crazy trip. Like I had traumatic stress after. Like I remember sitting in the car with my brother and be like, we're gonna crash. Why? I had like post-traumatic stress.
Why?
Because I don't know. Because India is a crazy country. Like it's just I didn't sleep for 3 days. I couldn't get out, right? Like in India, I love India, but India.
You were like 3 days in the car?
No, like in India, you have a visa. It's 30 days. Now in India, if you live there one more day than your visa, then you cannot go into any hotels, you cannot book anywhere because they're super strict. And it's just, the culture is weird. Like logic in India is like, you ask to go this way, he points this way. They don't say yes or no, they do like this, the hanjavar diji, and the cow stands in the road, they all just wait, and monkeys are holy. It's super interesting, and it's an interesting culture, but I stayed a couple days over my visa. I was like, whatever, that's no problem, right? And I went to check into a hotel, and they're like, you can't go here. Go to another hotel, you can't go here. So I was like, I'm going to sleep on the streets of New Delhi because my flight is going in 3 days. I don't have money for a new flight. At that time, I was like 19. Mm-hmm. And I was pretty stressed because I had to sleep on the streets of New Delhi. It's not like very comfortable. But luckily, I was dating a girl named Frida, which was Tahitian, a black girl from Tanzania. And I was allowed to stay at her place, but then she didn't lock me in, and then I got thrown out from her place because we had an argument or something, and then I was awake for like 3 days or something like that, 2.5 days or something. I remember sleeping in the airport, hearing voices. It was really weird. And
that can happen when you don't sleep.
And like normally you get into issues. I read about people that because they overstayed the visa, they're not allowed to leave. They have to wait for the new visa. It's just, India is chaotic, way beyond. In Kenya, sometimes things go a little slow. Here it's way worse, and I didn't know about I could pay. And this one guy, he helped me, and eventually I got out and I came back. And when I was in Denmark, like my mind was spinning. But you should try not sleeping for 3 days. You'll start seeing spirits. What is the longest you've gone?
We did it when I was in uni. Yeah.
How long you went without sleeping?
Also like a few days. Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened to me. Yeah.
Were you partying?
I think everything at once, partying, studying,
Oh yeah.
In uni there is no like there is no borders. You just go.
Yeah.
You had a party, and then you had exam in the morning. And
Did you eat java?
No.
Did you have anything? Did your colleagues have anything that could make them go a couple days?
I remember my friend one time, he brought this sneezing tobacco,
Sneeze. Oh, like the
tobacco powder.
Like,
powder. No. Yeah.
In the nose.
It's because the name was a white elephant or something.
Yeah.
Like that. She was crazy.
Yeah. I remember taking snooze. Snooze is something you put up here like tobacco.
Like Velo.
Yeah, it's like a patch you put up there. And I was like, when I came to high school first, and I was like 15 or something, they said, try put 2 packs up here. And I put them up there, and they knew I was going to be sick. You can freaking overdose on it, like, easily. And I stand up after 10 minutes, and the world is like this. And to this day, I've never felt worse. I felt so sick. I remember bicycling home. I wanted to die. It was so terrible. It's the worst experience I've ever had. And they knew that. Those guys, they just gave me it, man. Mm-hmm. I could have overdosed, but I'm strong. I survive. I always survive, actually.
I know, you're, yeah.
That's basically my life. I get into terrible situations and I somehow get out. It's not like I don't experience terrible stuff. I'm not a smart guy, but I always get out somehow. Yeah.
Yeah, your solution to everything is fasting. Right?
Oh, yeah, fasting is great. I need to fast, man. Did I say last time I was going to fast?
I think
need to do that stuff.
You did.
Yeah, I did a fast. I've done some fasts in my life, but I need to do one.
I think I saw on your TikTok like a few weeks ago you were talking about fasting again.
Yeah. But that's like just not eating during the day. I want to go like 5-10 days. Like really clear out the system.
Just water.
It's crazy. You after like day 9, you're still going to the toilet.
Really?
You're not eating, right?
Day 9.
Yeah, which is really weird.
But you eat
nothing.
Like literally nothing.
Yeah.
What about like some avocado?
Nothing. You drink water and salt. That's all.
Wow.
You'll survive it, but the weird thing is things are still coming out 9 days after, right? You're really emptying everything. But it's super good for your spirit.
But you can get also sick, more sick.
I think your body becomes so strong because
my mom actually, she told me like recently by fasting you can, some people even can cure cancer.
Absolutely, like crazy stuff. And the idea is basically in Hinduism, there's like your prana, like your agni, it's your digestion, right? Mm-hmm. And your body is just an energy field. And truly everything is energy. So when you eat some bread, your body uses so much energy to digest that bread.
Correct.
But when you stop using your digestive system, suddenly the body has energy for the rest of the body. You know, it can clean out shelves. It does all kinds of stuff. There's a reason in all the Abrahamic religions and the Eastern, they all talk about fasting. Everybody does, right? So fasting is just so damn good. And also people with a bad digestion, the whole system just crashes. Like they get sick often and everything like that. Digestion that's how I got sick last year. Like last year I had terrible digestion. Like I couldn't eat anything. I don't know if I got poisoned or something. Like, I don't know, but I was in and out of the hospitals. And I remember, like I'm a fit guy. I remember doing 2 pull-ups and I was out of breath for 10 minutes. I remember I couldn't even run up a hill. I had to walk and I was like laughing, but I was actually freaking dying, and it was my digestion. My digestion was terrible. I got like some crazy antibiotics from a Kenyan doctor. Like Kenyan doctors, he prescribed me like 4 times the normal dose of antibiotics. Wiped out my gut microbiome, and then my gut rebuilds itself in Kenya, in Matatus.
You need to be careful what you eat, man, because
now I'm healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you told me like a few days ago a few weeks ago that you were feeling sick.
Yeah, I was feeling sick. Yeah. Many for weird stuff, but I was sick for like 1 day. Then I was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You work out nowadays?
Yeah, I do train. Not as much this time, but I've trained a lot in my life. Yeah, I used to lift up. I can see you lift that. Oh, you don't train?
I've not been doing much. No.
You got
after the surgery and everything.
Oh, after the surgery.
Yeah.
You got a strong structure. Eh? Can I ask you a personal question? Have you ever been in a fight?
Mm-hmm.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
In the schools when you're younger and stuff?
Yeah, in school as well.
Did you notice like a part of you come out that is not like a new part?
I think I never get to that point.
You were still calm in a fight situation?
I was like calm and afraid, and maybe fight. Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes you were forced to fight, right?
Yeah. Kinda.
Yeah. You didn't notice like a part of you come out that was like...
I think that time I was just drunk, maybe.
Ah, yeah, okay. You're not like staying conscious.
I was just like going with the flow.
Yeah. For
we
me,
we used to work in a club, so.
Oh, you did? You were a bouncer?
No.
Oh, you were like...
Just,
serving drinks?
DJing, bartender, many things.
Yeah, there's lots of girls, those type of places, isn't it? It's wonderful. Yeah. Did you experience lots of guys come from my type of countries to take the women?
No.
Okay.
Never.
I heard there was a lot of...
Never. I think
that type of stuff.
I met from Denmark. I met some guys in Thailand. Yeah, in Thailand.
You've been many places. You like traveling too.
Yeah.
Don't you like different cultures?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. It's something about...
I feel like when you're stuck, that's the very, very good way of unstuck.
Yeah, you get to a new place.
Yeah.
One thing I love is going to a random country. Nobody knows where I am. I'm just sitting someplace. I've gone into a completely weird bar, and I'm just sitting drinking a beer.
You get to reflect on yourself.
Yeah, and I'm just drinking a beer.
Who am I?
And I'm like, who am I? What am I doing? And I kind of love it. Like,
what did I forget in this place?
Yeah, it's like you're floating in the middle of the ocean. There's nothing to grab onto, and you're just there watching a fish pass by. Like, or some, it's very different.
I believe like everything you've gone through eventually accumulates into one thing,
Yeah, God definitely has a path for you. Like
right,
there's a meaning behind every single place.
Yeah.
That's what makes me so calm now. Because when I look back at my life, I'm like, I did this, and they all build up to this understanding and self-realization, all everything. So I'm like, I'm guided by something divine. I'm good. Like
my friend, he's a psychologist.
Yeah.
And he watched our podcast.
He lives in Kenya?
No, in Ukraine. He watched our podcast.
Oh.
And he said that you are a dangerous person.
I'm a dangerous person.
Yeah. I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah. I have a bad feeling about it, this guy.
Yeah, well, that's very, very interesting since he's a psychologist, so he knows about shadow work, right? Like when you see someone, he can listen to this part. When you see someone and you feel a certain thing, especially an emotional thing, it's always to do with you. It's always something to do with yourself. Now, this person may be that. He can represent a dark part in yourself,
True.
right? But that part has to be in yourself if you feel emotion, connected towards it. Yeah, that's like shadow work type of stuff. But I definitely have a dangerous part to me, right? But the thing is, in life, the most dangerous people are the people that don't know that part of themselves. They don't have it under conscious control.
I think
Yeah, but I've been in situations in my life where I had to use that dangerous part of myself to get out, right? Like I had to be like, just like if you go to war, for example, or any man that's gone to war, he knows that side of himself, right? But Yeah, but a good way to tell if someone is bad or like really bad is if they've had long-term friends or long-term relationships. Like the people I met in my life that are really, really, really bad, they don't have any long-term relationships and they never had, right? Like to have a friendship over 10 years.
Have you ever met like those kind of people who are like not a typical people? Like how to say it? Like, you know, let's say on one side we have like normal society, police and stuff, and those guys, they're like on the other side of society.
Like the psychopaths.
Like no, like I mean like criminals.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing, like you have totally different mind. They have different mindset, you know.
Yeah.
The values are totally different. Like you think of the definition of good and bad, and
oh yeah, they see everything completely different.
Different, yeah.
But it's interesting with Jesus Christ. Like a thief was on the side of the cross. He was on the cross, right? Jesus Christ, and there was a thief, and the thief said, "Please forgive me," and he got forgiven like this, right? So, but that psychology is so interesting. For me, I used to be super interested in psychology. And then I found out that you can't really have a theoretical idea of the soul. The soul is not theoretical and you cannot define it. This is just how I see things, right? You cannot define it. Truly, the soul is super symbolic. And that's why the religions and these mythical texts, and why, for example, in the Bible, everything is a story, right? It's not like, oh, you have an Naama projection and this part of your mind has this type of complex. And, you know, you can't really make it theoretical because we're not robots, right? It's more like stories and symbols and stuff. So I believe psychology is pretty much bullshit. Like, and I say that with respect, but I really believe that because I think, you know, you can go, I even read a study like, they don't really help that much. Like most psychology people stay depressed and so on, right? And I had a friend that was depressed. He was going to a psychologist and I told him, look, it's not going to help you that much. And then he said, you know what? The psychologist told me the same thing you said because they gave him antidepressants. But the purpose of the antidepressants is not to stay on them forever. The purpose is you take them and then when you take them, you change how you think. And then you have to stay and stick on to that belief system.
It's like a manual override.
Yeah, they're trying to make him think positively and then stay in that type of thinking. And I was telling him, look, you got to shift your perspective, just like you said with meaning. You got to shift your perspective on things. Now, the thing about me I've experienced in my life is I'm kind of a tricky guy. Like, I'm weird. Like, one day I'm like this, another day I'm like this. You know, some gods are like shapeshifters. That's kind of what I'm like. Like, I have a really deep sensitive side. I have a dangerous side, let's say, and so on. And in my life, I've experienced that the people that really like feel like, oh, like bad emotions to me, they often have a dark shadow. I just often trigger people's shadow. Shadow meaning the repressed parts of themselves that they don't want to acknowledge, so they see them in other people. So, but whenever I see someone in life I dislike, right, or like I like feel like I fucking hate that guy, I always kind of think, look, he's telling me something about myself that I really don't like.
Of course.
And that's how things work. To your psychologist, I just gave him more than the whole education. Oh, I shouldn't dish your friend. I don't know. But I'm probably a little dangerous. I don't know.
You know, you're right. Psychologists, they want to help people, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't really do it themselves.
Yeah.
It's, you know, like mostly people don't really know like what psychologists do. Because when you come to a psychologist, it's something in you. You decide at some point that you like want to change something.
Yeah.
And then, but when you decide this, the way to fix this, your motive, your decision is to come to the guy. Because you come and psychologists won't like tell you, oh, just read this book, you know, or whatever, or stop talking to these people, right?
Yeah.
It would just look at you until you talk, you know.
Yeah.
And then you just start to talking, and then you know how in mantra, you know what is mantra, right?
Yeah, you say a sound or mantra.
A sound that's not associated to anything, because as soon as it has association to something, you can't really meditate. Because the mantra like gives you sound that's not really associated to anything, like a sound that's kind of like you stick to that sound and allows you to unfocus and focus at the same time.
Yeah.
Without thinking of an image, for example, of you or some other things, right? So those images, they're not connected to anything.
Yeah.
Something like that, I think psychology does. Like you come and you just talk and you try to actually get to understand yourself.
Yeah.
And psychologists will just just show you that the path. Okay, keep talking. Okay, why are you saying this? And you just again you reflect on yourself until you gets there.
Yeah, I think that's very well said. And Jesus Christ said, "Know thyself," right? And that's evil and danger. For me, the most evil people are not evil; they are under an illusion. Like, I'll give you an example. In something in psychology they called a mother complex, right? If you have an issue with your mother and you hate your mother or something, right? Now there's this guy Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't know if you heard about him, but he killed lots of women. Now the interesting thing, he was a serial killer, right? The interesting thing was every single woman, they looked like each other. They all had short brown hair. They all looked exactly like each other. And for me, of course, this guy is evil. But he's trying to kill something what they symbolize. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, let's say you see every time you were tortured as a child, you saw the color red. And now when you're older, you want to kill red. Every time you see red, you're just like, I want to remove it, throw it out the window. Now, all these women, they haven't done him anything, but obviously they awake something within him, right? Yeah. And that's why I believe consciousness and knowing yourself, aka my dangerous side, let's say I have one, but as soon as I'm conscious of it, then I'm not going to be seeing it in other people. So in some sense, the psychologist is more dangerous, right? Because he's seeing his own shadow in someone else that he dislikes. And suddenly,
of course,
let's say
you have a great power,
let's say I was bullied by a guy that was fat and had a certain face when I was a child. And then I saw a guy that looked like him when I was older. And I was super evil to this fat, round guy, right? Because in my mind, he's like that guy. But he's truly a completely another person. I'm seeing myself. So I believe the root of all evil is illusion. And when you have truth and you see the truth in yourself, there's no reason for evil, right? Because the truth is that, everything you hate is in yourself and so on and so on. So, yeah. Light, you shine light on the dark, the demons die, right? Let's say there's a vampire in here, open the curtain. In mythology, like a vampire dies when it sees light, right? Like it I think the skin burns on the vampire. Like it's said that demons, and it's an analogy, right? When you shine light, like seeing consciousness on your dark parts, they disappear.
Without but light can be without dark. There is no light.
Yeah, also that, right? Both has to be there,
right?
Which is weird. Can you then be fully light? Did Jesus Christ have dark? I don't know. Yeah.
Have you ever thought of like making impact in this world?
Yeah, for me, that's just, I don't know.
Like you have a higher goal.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's often like I knew this one girl, or I often see like people, I want to change the world for a better place, right? But I think it's a tricky thing, right? Like if God wants me to do something like that, I'll do it. But yeah, maybe you have a good impact on the world, right? But you gotta be good in yourself, and then that will wine out, right? So I think first you gotta look within before you look at the whole world. Like Bill Gates, he's like donating 98% of his money to Africa.
Do you think it's true?
I think that guy is super, super evil beyond belief. But I know Africa, and I know when you donate $1 billion, I don't know if I get an issue. I'll get in problems by saying this, but if you donate $1 million, it ain't going to the villagers. It's going to the local politician. They stopped, when I went to Ohoma Bay, they used to invest there, right? Schools and all kinds of stuff. They stopped investing because the money didn't go to the actual projects. But I don't know. I probably shouldn't talk about that either.
I don't know.
That's what I've heard. I don't know. Sijui Kenyans. Yeah.
Where you seen this news about this guy died?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Charlie
Cook.
Yes.
What do you think about it? I think it was staged.
It was like, really?
I don't know if I think it's staged.
The video was just terrible, man.
Yeah, I saw I can't barely see images like that. It's terrible to see like the blood.
Yeah.
But I know some really smart people, and they're like, I don't know if I think it's staged, but it's definitely real. But what is even bigger than his death? Of course, his death is terrible. The bigger thing is the reaction. And there's certain people that really would like a reaction like that in the world, right? Like 9/11, all these things, right? They have this reaction in the world. They like move politics, right? So anything with a reaction is a powerful influence. And where you want to powerfully influence millions of people, there's often manipulation.
Would you like dedicate yourself to some type of like work like that, or I don't know.
Oh, like him, like speaking the truth,
Like
and
anything like that. But I mean like full dedication where you like pick one thing and just push it.
For me, all the angels and the luck and everything gets activated when I stand in pure truth.
Truth.
Yeah, that's what in my experience in my life. When I go the shortcut, which I can, and I do like manipulation, easy money, blah blah blah, then I lose stuff. Like God, it's also reflected in my stars, by the way. But like when I stand in truth and in courage, and I do the right thing, then I get rewarded by the angels. And I don't always do that, but when I do it, that's so. What you're saying is true. Yeah.
I think the truth and the goals are different things.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, of course, like,
like you can measure a man by just achieving or not achieving, whether they're achieving their goal or not.
Yeah.
Because you can set a goal for yourself, and it doesn't matter what the truth is. The matter is whether you achieve the goal. And and people manipulate based on these things. Sometimes they say, yeah, like that's the truth. But then they say it because this is how they can achieve their goal.
Yeah.
So people really manipulate.
Yeah.
Or let's say have this controversy when they say truth or not truth or whatever. But then it's just a matter of goals, because the truth. I don't know if it's possible, because the truth can be different depending on your perspective, how you look at it. That's why I'm a little
that's the trickiness of the world.
Skeptical about the truth.
I've personally sold truth back in my life for goals, and the way I did it was I figured out that like if I believed I already had the thing, then I would get it.
Yeah.
But it's not the way.
Like a movie secret.
Yeah, it's like manifestation. It's magic, right? If I truly believe that I have two predators here, right? Then maybe they'll come to me. In some sense, you can manipulate how you think, but you're kind of you're selling truth in some sense. But yeah, that's magic and the occult and all these things. But this world is you can really lie a lot. But we know some of the most successful and powerful people in this world, they're not really successful within. And I was about to mention them. I'm not gonna mention names. Like there's people you obviously Hollywood stars, all kinds of people that deals with the devil, all kinds of stuff, right? And I don't think they're successful. They are successful, but they're not. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. I heard this, Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Yeah.
He got asked a question. I think, what you would do if I don't know, if something terrible would happen, or something like that, or if you would have some, I don't know, like before you die or whatever, like one thing to do before you die. And he said, just one more movie.
He said that. Yeah, but maybe he loves his work. There's also great creative art in doing movies, but
that's the whole like thing about movies. Let's say, because you watch a movie, right, and you like you can just in a split second you can say, oh yeah, it's nice, or it's good, or yes or no. No, this is not my thing.
Yeah,
but for someone it's the whole life.
Yeah,
and that's funny how you can just like this, you can say, no, it's boring.
Yeah, that's like truth. That's movies, like stories. That's the ultimate way of teaching someone and helping them in life.
Because
it's weird.
You can say like, oh, the actors, right?
Yeah,
whatever, and what they do. And
I hear they have to go weird places, like actors. Let's say you have to play a serial killer. Like the actor truly acting is not acting. Like really high level acting, you have to become that in your mind.
Of course, I mean, that's a hard work.
Yeah, and I've heard with some actors it fucks with them. Like that part of them comes back. They're sitting at dinner and they're like, "Am I in a movie?"
Yeah, but that's funny how people can just devalue, like remove the whole value from that work, you've done. Because they'll say you've done like you can be a politician or whatever, right?
A what?
A politician.
Oh yeah.
Or a musician, or and you have like your work is what your legacy is, how you change, maybe in a good way or a bad way, music, movies. But then, it's just, for someone, it's just a movie, But for someone, it's like it's much more than that.
Yeah, it depends if the story speaks to your soul or not, right? Like we talked about last time, like anime. You probably have some anime that speaks to you more than any of the others. Now, if you did, or do you have like one anime story or like one movie that you really like?
I have many. Yeah.
Okay, but is there one that sticks out or not really?
Sticks out movie.
Yeah.
I think different years,
Or
different.
a movie or a series or anything? Songs even?
Now, I think it's like every day it's different.
Yeah, it changes over time.
Yeah,
well, that's probably because you're an adaptable soul and you have some wisdom, so you probably adapt.
It's like, what's your favorite song? Do you have a favorite song?
Yeah, but it's like a song from a childhood movie, and it's not even a song. It's like Emil fra Lønneberg. I don't know if you've heard about it. where it's called Sommervisa, where his little sister is singing about a cat and getting nice food for supper. She's singing, Lille cat, na 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 na, and it's just a beautiful melody. And for me, it's just so beautiful. So that's my favorite song.
Beauty.
I love, that's how you locate truth, by the way. Like real truth is beautiful.
I agree.
The devil, that's for me when I'm studying some theory or something. I'm like, I always ask myself, wait, is there something beautiful in this?
Beauty, yeah.
Even with numbers, there can be beauty in it. And when there's beauty there, it's truth.
I agree, yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think there's much beauty in studying psychology. So where's the truth?
Well, the beauty is helping people.
That is beautiful, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, when you help someone on the right path, and I'm sure it helps some people, of course.
You feel like it's your...
It's interesting even in myself, right? When somebody like says something towards me, notice I go back towards them, right? I see myself. But when someone attacks you, attack them back, but it's not really an attack, right? But that's just how it works, how the world, how my body works, right?
It's like what's beautiful in doing surgeries. I mean, right?
That's a good analogy. Yeah, right. Absolutely. That's not really beautiful. You're cutting up something, right? But when the person is saved, it's beautiful. That's very, very interesting. That's very interesting. But where's the truth in saving life? The truth is in now things get complicated. But of course, it's beautiful. It must be, but I can't see it.
I mean, yeah, because that's why those kind of guys, they don't really. It doesn't matter like whether which ideology they belong to. Right? If you belong to this, maybe you're Muslim, maybe you're whatever. But you can do a surgery. It doesn't matter. Really.
Yeah, you could do like a surgery
or whatever,
king payment or something. I don't know, but I had a surgery when I was a child. A really big one. It was weird. But I think something weird happens there. You think like the soul is awake when you're getting a surgery? Like I remember thinking back and then I was thinking like maybe my spirit was awake but my body was sleeping. That's some weird stuff. But
I don't know.
I don't know why I'm thinking about. Have you ever seen a dead person?
You already asked me this.
Yeah, but have you seen, like I didn't mean that same point. Have you seen a dead body?
Yeah.
You have? I think I've seen maybe one. Yeah. I remember I was at a funeral with my girlfriend at that time.
In Kenya?
And I didn't go in to see the body, but the others, they went in and they hadn't seen that guy for a couple of years. And they came out like fainting and crying. And it was so interesting because women in Kenya, this is why I think they're more feminine. Women in Kenya faint. In my country, I've never seen a woman faint, ever. And I think they're just more masculine. Do you think it makes sense? In the old days, I think in the old days women fainted more. But I wonder, like in an African tribe, when I didn't think they fainted. But you've heard about like,
in movies.
They're so feminine that they faint. Like in the old days, they would faint. But here they actually like, I've been at 2 funerals. I saw women faint. They would faint here in Kenya and they would fall down like with their head on the grass, right? Like it's not fake.
Maybe because they are so emotional, like they're crying.
Yeah, but I've seen those.
Why those guys are so.
But it never happened in my country. Like I've been to funerals, everything. Women don't faint in my country. The only explanation could be that they're more masculine.
You think so?
I think they're more masculine. There's absolutely a masculinization of the woman in the West, right? Like the woman is working now, she's taking care of herself, independence. Like I feel like this is my experience with dating women. Like when you can make sure that you have everything practically fixed so she doesn't have to think. Like when a woman can shut off her mind and take no decisions, suddenly she can be in her own beautiful world where she's feminine. And when you have a truly feminine woman and you're truly masculine, that's when she gets like divine ideas. Like femininity will make your whole house beautiful and peaceful. But for me, I just noticed in my life, my woman shouldn't think. If she thinks she's unhappy, like for example, a woman will say, "Oh, what should we have when we order out pizza tonight?" I'll just say, "Look, we're gonna have spaghetti, pizza, some garlic bread. You love it. Thank you. Let's order it now." And she's like, "Okay," and she's fine. But if you ask her, she's like thinking herself, and she becomes a man. So I just noticed that the most beautiful relationships I've had, the woman could turn off her mind and look, everything practical is in my world. And then she gave me help because I'm putting my seed in her, and that's coming back to me. Like I'm planting my seed.
I like this joke by Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
He's like, there are a lot of good comedians, women. Like, or like there are.
They all speak about the same thing. Have you seen female comedians? They speak about. I'm gonna be vulgar here. They speak about pussy. Then they speak about pussy. Then they speak about dick and pussy. It's super sexual. It's like vulgar. Like they're speaking about like one. I saw one lesbian comedian speaking about she saw a vagina and how it looked like in detail and looked weird. Yeah, we all know skinny girls got fat pussies. Big girls with big booty have small pussies. We all know that. But you don't speak about it publicly like I just did, right? Don't be like that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's vulgar. It's vulgar. Like female comedians is vulgar. But I saw one Kenyan one that was really good. My woman says I complain too much about women. I say can do nothing. Women are amazing. And truly, the whole meaning is for us to come together, right? When the man and woman come together in harmony, that's where we create God. But I've seen some good female comedians.
Yeah.
I saw one Kenyan one. She was actually funny.
Yeah. There's also like lots of women invented so many stuff like
Oh yeah. You can do that joke.
Yeah.
But I don't think women are for that. Women's power is so different. Like if you have a happy woman, like you're if she's happy, okay? Like when you come back in the house, like I get up in the morning, my clothes is folded, and I'm ready to go, and I just feel this love, right? And I come back, and the house is filled with love. I think it has such a great effect on the children. Like a woman, I believe, can heal or poison you. If your woman hates you, you're not going to be successful. And there's something to it in esoteric thinking. Like when you have, when you're together with your woman in bed, you put your seed in her, physically speaking, but you also do it energetically. And that's idea. So if I'm thinking, okay, I want to make $1 million in this business all the time, this business is going to come to me this way. And then I'm thinking about this, and she's like, come here. And I'm like, oh, and I go to bed with her, and boom. And suddenly that energy went into the womb. Now, a woman's energy is in her womb. That's where she has her light. Witches, they use the womb to manifest. Men, they use their heart and mind, right? So the womb is like a holy space. So you put your energy of your idea into the womb, just like when you plant your seed in the field, in the shamba, it will grow as long as you give it water and so on.
Nice.
So you plant your seed, and I believe if your woman's happy and feminine and you're masculine and you work together, you're going to be 1,000 times more successful as a man. And this is where the manipulation of our time comes, because they'll tell women to be masculine, they'll tell men to be feminine, they destroy the polarity, and suddenly...
Equality.
Yeah, and how can two different things be equal? Like, it's retarded, right? But, no, but really, but then they destroy beauty, because I've been in relationships where she was in her power of the feminine, I was in my masculine, and it was beautiful. And I've been in a relationship where it was opposite and it was ugly. So it's a trick from the devil. We live in the end of times also. I just went on a crazy rant, didn't I?
Well, I think my friend also, like, he told me, like, there's so many wars now happening, so it feels like we live in the end of times.
Yeah. We live in the times of prophecies. Like, the prophecy is basically that the last war, the Armageddon, will come in Israel. Have you heard about it?
What?
Like, in the Bible, it said the last war will come, and it will happen. The lost tribes, which are the Ukrainians, the Danish, the Irish, the lost tribes will be gathered again, and they will fight in Israel, because it's the center of the world, it's a holy land, and it's called the Armageddon. And I remember it said in the Bible, like, the war will be so terrible, there'll be so many bodies that 7 months after they'll still be burying people. And that war, according to top astrologers that I know about, that are like occultist and Kabbalistic studies, like super esoteric stuff, they say this war will happen in 232, and between 229 and 232 2/3 of the world's population will die.
Mm-hmm.
Catastrophe, war, sickness, and all kinds of epidemics. That's the smartest guy I've ever known. He says this. Smartest guy I've ever known.
Well,
I'll mention his name, by the way. Felix Spreadology.
There's another conspirology. Have you heard of this thing, Atlas thing that's flying and it's going to be here?
Atlas?
Yeah.
Is that like something in the sky?
Yeah, in the cosmos.
Yeah.
The thing that is, my friend told me a few days ago, like it's approaching our galaxy. Solar galaxy, right?
And what is it? Is it a planet?
And it's gonna be crossing. No. The thing is, they think it's like a spaceship or whatever. It's like
whoa.
It's like an aliens or something because it's changed trajectory or what do you call it? Yeah. So it's gonna be like I think in November it's gonna be near to Mercury.
Oh.
And then in December I think it's gonna be near to Earth.
Yeah, it's interesting with the planets. Do you believe the world is flat or round?
Round.
Yeah.
I think.
For me, I always believed it's round. Until I saw this double slit experiment, and I'm stupid, I probably cannot explain it, but I'll try. And it basically, they studied light.
The light,
right?
yeah, that light bends.
Yeah, but also they studied light when they I don't know how they did it, but it's a verified study. They still cannot explain it. They have light where the light is observed. You can see light as particles, right?
Yeah.
And wave. So one of the light was seen, right? It was observed. And the light behaved differently when it was viewed by a human being than when it wasn't.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the flat Earth, but yeah, I remember that.
But I kind of tie that to the flat Earth because that's the question: if a tree falls in the Siberian forest right now and nobody sees it, did it fall? Because this experiment is basically saying light is reality, right? Like when you don't view reality, when nobody's viewing it, it actually behaves differently. So when you're home and not home, the particles should behave differently.
Isn't it like this?
Am I freaky now?
Isn't it this experiment with a cat in the box? You know this experiment, cat in the box?
I have never heard about it.
Like if it's the cat in the box for a few days, and the question is whether it's alive or dead. But until you open that box, the cat is both.
Oh, because because you haven't been there. Yeah. I think this world is much more mystical than we just think. And if it's true based on the experiment, if particle behaves differently, then there's a difference between your home. Based on that study, when you're not at home, your home doesn't exist. If nobody's viewing it, seeing it. That's just based on that study. But anyway, and and with the planets and everything, but in astrology, like we say a chant 108 times, right? That's Vedic astrology, and it's so genius. For example, I have moon in Scorpio. It's called the deliberated sign. Now the moon is the feminine, right? Waters are feminine. It's receptive. It's just feminine, right? And the moon is feminine. It reflects light, right? The sun is masculine, and the moon reflects that light. Like a woman, she'll reflect how you are. If you're a great man, your woman will be happy. So my moon is deliberated, it's said in astrology, right? So for example, you have to say the moon chant 108 times. And if you take the moon 108 times, that's the distance between the moon and Earth. It's 108. So every morning I say Om Chandraya Namaha, Om Chandraya Namaha. And I'm kind of purifying, I'm hating women less by doing that.
Hating.
Yeah. No, but I didn't hate women, but I can be a little critical of women. And as I've done this moon chant, I've gotten I just have less. I'm not as harsh towards women. And astrology, it said when you have a deliberated moon or like a hurt moon, you often have had problems with your mother, and maybe you dislike women. You could be harsh towards.
Let me be then also a psychologist just with you, because maybe that's also a part of you don't really accept.
Yeah, no, I definitely
There's
see
some femininity in you, and you like contradicting yourself.
Absolutely, and I agree, and I've seen that, and I've worked on it, right? Because it is also said in my Vedic chart. But when I was younger, the women I dated, they were beautiful, but they all had they were kind of fucked up, to be honest. Like they were messed up in their own way. And I think the women you meet are a reflection of your inner woman. I think that makes sense to say, right?
Yin yang, right?
Yeah.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like black and white.
Yeah.
And we are looking for a perfect match.
Yeah. I think the women I've met are a reflection of me.
Have you ever heard of a thing like platonic love?
No, it sounds like a not good love.
No.
Platonic love.
Platon.
What does it mean?
Do you know this philosopher Platon?
Platon, yeah, the shadow thing.
Platon,
yeah, I know Platon.
So the saying platonic love, usually people understand it as a love without sex, right?
Love without sex,
like not physical love, not physical. But in fact, what it means is a love by Plato. Like by this philosopher, and his meaning of love was it's very interesting. He says like human has masculine and feminine, right? In some weird balance.
Yeah.
So what we are looking for is kinda opposite in our partner.
Yeah.
So that's why he says it's not necessarily that a woman will have that combination.
Yeah.
Maybe a man can also fit to that. That's why there was no like a criticism with like man to man love, or women to women, because some women's are masculine.
He was supportive of that, right?
His idea. He's kind of explained everything.
It's all energy in the end of the day, but it's funny because let's say two men together, they will prove that you got to be feminine and masculine, right? You see two men together, one is the feminine, one is the masculine. So they're trying to recreate that.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
like in ancient Rome and ancient Greece, right?
Yeah.
There was this thing.
But they also had like pedophilia was normal in ancient Greece.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was normal for rich, older, Greek and so on to be with like a 13-year-old boy, 12-year-old boy. That's what Jesus Christ came and changed.
Well, if it's just for rich, then it's not normal.
Yeah, I read that it was way more accepted than in our society. Like actually accepted in like just they like that, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you let me ask a question?
Yeah.
Do you read books?
I did when I was younger, but not anymore. I read a lot, but I don't read books.
Have you ever had like a sense of appreciation because I remember mine where you like read a poem,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like where some words are just beautiful.
Yes.
Because we were talking about beauty, and I remember like your language is very nice. I like it sounds.
My what?
Yes.
My Danish.
No, your voice.
Okay, yeah.
The way you speak.
Yeah.
Is nice.
Okay.
So I believe also like when what we speak and what we think is also based on what like how much and what kind of words we consume, what kind of not just words, but like in a larger context. Means stories.
It's a reflection of ourselves a little, also the voice.
Yeah, because if our our like thoughts could be like imperfect. I mean, could be a little dry or maybe too simplified or whatever.
Yeah,
it's just because they lack of more a wider perspective on things where you listen to someone. Let's say I'm listening to you, how you describe a thing.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, okay, this fits more perfectly into not just what I think. Right. You can maybe put it in a very beautiful manner.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I used to think. Like I used to be amazed of all those like writers who can describe a situation. And then you realize, like, the way they put it, no one else in the history, in the world, never did it, right? So basically, you are reading the sentence which was never there before, and basically, this guy just put this into other people's head, and then the other people now they have like they open this for themselves, like first time, maybe a description of. Like, I don't know, something beautiful, right?
Yeah.
Which is like beauty itself, how you do it. That's why I'm like...
Yeah, there's like truth in it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But also I used to look up to philosophers, and then I found out like so many philosophers never conquered their self. Like there's one guy called Schopenhauer. His whole life he just... Schopenhauer, exactly. Yeah. I can't pronounce his name, but his whole life he hated women. Talking about hating it. And I just know, look, brother... You got a deliberated moon. You got some issues with women. It's within you. Your world is who you are, right? A man that lives like a thief is like everybody's stealing all the fucking time, right? This is reality, right? So that's, by the way, a way you can figure out stuff about people, make them talk about the world. Oh, the world is filled with evil men that cheat me all the time, that trick me, their masculine is wounded, right? So my point was Schopenhauer, he hated women. He never overcame it. And yeah, he could describe things beautifully, but he never conquered the self. I think one guy said, like, what is more impressive than winning 1,000 wars is conquering your own self, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. But it's damn difficult.
That's also a philosophy. Like a true warrior is not the one who like defeated, like kills many enemies, but the ones who know who his enemy is.
Yeah, the enemy is inside of me. Sounds similar.
Sounds like a movie that I watched.
Yeah, but I think also warlords are pretty cool. Like Genghis Khan, man. I think he was pretty cool. But I heard all of them in the end. They came and said sorry to God. But like Genghis Khan, imagine making so many women pregnant that like 5,000 years later, like 10% of the population have your DNA. Like imagine that feeling of power he must have had, conquering the whole world. Like they would ride on their horses, and I think the Indians did this too. They had a bow and arrow, right?
Same as Alexander.
Yeah, like let's say you are my enemy, and I would like bend under the head of the horse, the neck.
Yeah.
So they couldn't hit me. And if you hit something, you'd hit the horse, be like, ha ha ha. And I'd just run off, right? And I'll kill you or something like that, right? But that guy was crazy, man. I also have a part of me that wants to like conquer the world and, become powerful and super, super rich and just like flexing, But
like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, but I experienced last year just a little bit of fame, right? A little bit of fame, and I didn't like it at all. It's also the things that could become famous is stupid. Like fame is it's a terrible thing, I think. And I think, imagine when you put up an image or video of yourself, you have 5,000 people commenting on it. That's like classical witchcraft. The witch will take an image of you, turn on a candle. A candle is the 4 elements, and then she'll say, "This guy." I'm not even gonna say it because I'm too afraid it will manifest something bad, right? So I think it's very unhealthy being famous.
Well, I think maybe you're
depends on the fame, maybe.
Well, I've seen you like what you're doing, and I see like you like to comment to what people say, and in this this let me think like keep me thinking about the movie Matrix.
The Matrix.
Yes, you remember?
I've seen it. Yeah,
I watched it many times.
No.
You know the Neo, right? The one.
Neo, he used to smart guy.
He used to go to Oracle. Yeah.
And Oracle is like some religious thing.
She was a lady, and he used to go there and look for answers.
Oh yeah.
Let's say before some important choice.
Yes.
Yeah. And he was like, "Hey, what should I do?" And he enters the room, and then she's like, "Don't worry about the flower." And he's like, "What flower?" And the flower comes, drops on the flower, on the ground, and just crushes. The whole pot crashes, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, why did you tell me about the flower if you knew that the flower went down,
Yeah.
And she's like, are you sure this is what you want to ask me? I think you want to ask me like, would the flower still fall down if I would not say it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I understand. He created it with his own mind, right?
You remember this? Or
I don't remember the scene, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, there was this very important thing that I think very can relate to you is that, and also to many people, like when he comes to her room and I think this is maybe in the last movie because there's like it's actually there are like 4 movies now, but before it was just 3. I think it was in the last one. He was in the second one. He was facing this choice, like you remember, like he had some visions of Trinity dies, her loved ones. Like, Matrix is also a movie about like this amazing love story, right? He loves Trinity loves him, and stuff. And then also a vision of Morpheus dies, right?
So he has visions.
Yeah, he had this vision. So like during
the future,
during the movie, what's gonna happen? And he was like, I need to save them, but like there is no way of he needs to like kind of make a choice. What to do in this situation, because she goes in this way and the Morpheus gets captured like a hostage with in those agents, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't know what to do, whether he should save his friend or save his loved one, or of course he wants to save her, but then he dies, and he kind of has these visions, right?
Yeah.
So he comes to her and he asks her like, what shall I do? And she's like, you're not here to like to make a choice. You already made a choice.
Yeah.
You know, you here is just to understand why.
Yeah.
Like
that makes sense,
because his choice was he already chosen that he's not gonna let anyone die. You know.
Yeah. That is his choice.
Yeah, the choice was not to agree with the whole choice thing, you know, like that she has to make a choice.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to agree with that. So, but still, you see, he was mistaken because he was thinking he has to kind of make a choice.
Yeah,
but the choice was already done.
Yeah,
and he
could just be in the choice and relax.
Exactly.
Yeah, but the freaking out and controlling stuff would actually make things worse.
Yes. Yeah. So I think that the same thing is also maybe kind of related to you, because maybe the choice is already done by you, you know.
Yeah.
Or maybe by divine.
That is really good point, right? Yeah, that is a point. You got me in the chess game, right? You got my king there. No, it makes perfect sense.
Right.
It makes perfect sense. And also I remember a scene from The Matrix where he bends a spoon with his mind, right?
Right.
And for me, I'll just say, and I'll speak on this because I know most people watching this are kind of normal. And I think in the old days, if you would have a wizard, I'm kind of a wizard. And I've experienced many times where I'm not going to say exactly what I did, but I thought of things in a certain way and they came back to me and happened exactly like that. Like, I'll tell you one thing, like when I was a lot younger, it's actually not that long ago, but I can't really say it because it's too occult. But Jesus Christ is the King. But I'll just say that I've really had genuine experiences of thinking of something happening and that it happens exactly like that. And when you see life through my weird eyes and through my weird life, you understand that this world is just like in the movies. When you cast a spell in the movies, when in Harry Potter he says, you know, some type of spell, lupus or something, that's what happens in reality, but it's just sped up. In reality, when you throw out an emotion and a thought or a symbol or something and you put it into the ether, that stuff happens exactly as you wanted it to. And I actually cannot describe it very well, but for me, I'll just say reality is super malleable, and it's not at all the normal way of seeing reality. Like I get up in the morning and everything is like this, and it ain't true. Like world is more like a video game. You know, a video game, how it loads when you know. The world is just not how you perceive it. That's all I'll say to people out there. Yeah. It ain't how you perceive it.
Yeah.
It's not. And there's a reason there's a spiritual guide. In the old days in the tribe, there was a shaman, there's a priest. There's a reason there's these people that can see just beyond the ether, can see beyond the things of this world. Because most of you guys don't know.
I understand you know.
It's freaky. It's a weird world.
Yeah, what used to happen to me is like you have you kind of like you think what you want, right? You have a picture in your head.
Yeah.
But usually what happens, okay, first thing, I believe people always get what they want, you know?
But that's probably for you.
You know how it's in Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
They say
but
like
that's probably your world. I think
you can't always get what you
have. You been very lucky in your life?
But no. The thing is, what usually manifests for real is let's say you have some big pictures in your head, and you have some small pictures.
Yeah,
those that manifest are usually like in the middle. Like let's say like a year ago, I had like just a little glance in my head like about the podcast. Now it's here.
Yeah.
You know, but it wasn't like really a number one. But at the same time, that picture in the middle that I had about this, maybe like a little dream, or it was just a little desire.
Yeah.
And that desire was like maybe so pure. It wasn't really forced to be on top. It wasn't as weak to be.
That makes a lot of sense.
You know?
Yeah.
So that thing is like actually pure you.
It was divinely aligned in some sense.
Yeah.
It's said with magic that if it's divinely aligned, then it's good, you know? With anything kind of magical.
Right.
But it makes you have actually a great insight into things that you know, obviously you notice yourself there. I can tell.
That's I guess the only thing that I have.
You have eyes to see and ears to hear. Many people are walking around blind, but they can still see.
Right.
Get what I'm saying?
This is for Bible.
No, this is just, Jesus Christ, I think he said, let the blind bury the dead. Let the dead bury the dead. He's referring to dead people burying dead people, aka they're like dead inside, right? But there's absolutely a truth to that, like a pure image, because some people, they become so obsessed with something like a money or something, and they force it, right?
Force it, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I even had my own method of mental alchemy to force a belief. Like I would brainwash myself with images. This is how I think I got famous. I basically took like 20 images, edited me into images or situations where I'm famous, and I would give every image, I would edit the video, so every image would have 0.1 second. So I couldn't even read the caption. So they'll flick super fast. And the idea is, when you see something, let's say I'm talking right now and you're looking at me, but something's happening in the background, it's classical hypnosis, that will go straight into your unconscious mind, right? Because your conscious mind, your filter is right here. So that's how you manipulate people with that type of stuff, So I did self-hypnosis by these images. They would flick super fast and I wouldn't be able to read it. I'll forget about what I even wrote. Right?
What do you mean? Like you done it like yourself?
Yeah, I'll just edit it. So like imagine 20 images and they're just like a movie, like going real fast, like a video, but they're just clipping like and I just see a flick of it. So my conscious cannot perceive it. So I can't, like, let's say I am famous. I see an image where I'm famous, right? And it says
an image, are you famous? What do you mean? Like
let's say an
photoshopped yourself like in front of
a crowd, and the caption says over it, I am famous. Christopher am famous. Let's say I see that image, but I'm conscious like I'm not famous, right? That's the conscious filter. It's called the critical factor in hypnosis. But it's said in hypnosis that if you bypass the conscious mind, the critical factor, by not making the conscious capture it, the unconscious will see it. And then it will just go in and it will be exactly like that. I cannot deny the affirmation. So when all these they go real fast, I basically in-program myself to believe I'm famous unconsciously, and I become it. But then the question, is it aligned? And for me, I went through a lot of hell with that. But I did that shit for a year straight. I was watching affirmations every day, like
affirmations.
Yeah, or like images with I get it. Flicking over. But that stuff freaked me out. Like I got weird problems from that, and I found out there was like a balance in it. Like, but for me, I like increased my testosterone. I changed everything, but then I found out that I don't know what I want. Like God has a plan for me. I was controlling it instead. I'll probably pay for that somehow. Christ forgive me, because it was wrong to do. But I mentally manipulated myself for a year straight. Every night before bed, laying beside my girl.
I mean, why not? Some people, they run on so high frequencies.
Yeah.
You can't even it happens to you, to us maybe once, twice a year when we're like so hyped. We done this. But some people, they live like that every day.
Yeah. Some people are just eccentric. You've met people that are like super energetic. That's what you're talking about. Yeah, my friend Philip is like that. He's super energetic. He's always like, he picks me in the car. He's a DJ. He's just like, his energy is beyond, like real high energy.
Do you believe like some people really, they are like on the next level in terms of like what they can do, like in their mind? Like, I mean, let's say Danish people, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Danish
it's a developed society.
Yeah.
Right? You kind of like solve difficult problems.
Yeah.
Right.
Practically.
Yeah.
But spiritually, they're lost.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of the opposite as if you go to, let's say, an African tribe. Let's say they don't have a Ferrari there, but you don't see, nobody's depressed. Nobody has anxiety. The polarity, the relationships are really peaceful. Like I talked to a Maasai guy. He said he had never in his tribe seen a woman disrespect a man. Never. And I asked him, wait, are the women unhappy? He said, they're happy. And you're allowed to beat women, right? And he says, yeah, you can beat the women, but it doesn't happen that often because somehow it doesn't get there. But he says it's allowed to happen. And it seems like they must be unhappy, those women. But truly, I think they're the happiest women and the happiest men. And they don't have a lot of material. So I think the Danish society is the opposite of that. It's basically everything is practically good. Everything economically makes sense. But we all know that. You can have money. You can have everything. It's no problems in life. But you're just depressed. There's no light. You drive your car. Everything's freaking ugly, right? There's no passion. Like, I'm just trying to say that the Danish society spiritually they're lost. Like nobody believes in any higher power. They basically believe when you're basically just an animal, an intelligent animal, and you die, you rot. And it doesn't take much. I can tell you've noticed it, but you can tell there's something more to life. You're not just carbon.
Yeah, carbon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carbon-based life form.
Yeah, and in the Bible it says the mark of the beast is 666, and the code for carbon is 666, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So like, if you believe you're just an animal, then you're caught.
One last thought about this is you know when we were in uni, there's a thing is called symmetry. Symmetry in philosophy, I think, or logic or philosophy, we learned that one. Symmetry.
Yeah.
Like a perfect symmetry is the absence of life. Have you ever thought about this?
No, explain that.
Yeah. So basically the symmetry, like the universe, right?
Yeah.
So the life exists because the universe became asymmetrical in the sense of the symmetry is like you get. So the perfect symmetry is in one element is called a diamond or the other. So the symmetry, like how the structure of everything built. Yes, the perfect symmetry, the perfect structure, the perfect order. Right? The perfect order is in diamond.
Okay.
And the diamond is the most perfect example where life cannot exist. You know, there's no life in the diamond, right?
Yeah.
Right. But
that's interesting. But I thought like there's something symmetrical and perfect about. Like if you look at nature, like isn't everything balanced perfectly? In some weird way. Like if you look at it even like from biology, like everything, let's say a leaf falls down to the ground, it gets digested by worms, and then the energy goes into the earth and goes back into the tree, and it's like a cycle.
Oh, yeah. But then
I don't know.
It has like a chaos into it, you know?
Yeah. There's absolutely a chaotic element.
Yes. So it's like the chaos let life exist.
And that's interesting because the feminine in yin and yang is said to be chaotic.
Right.
And we say mother nature, not father nature. So nature has a chaotic element. It's feminine. That's why we call it feminine.
Right.
And that's also, if people out there, if you want to know truth, don't start studying science. Just study words. The truth is always in how we speak. Like the analogies we use, the images we use, and the way we speak about things and the words. Like evil, you know, and live. If you take the word evil, for example, and you reverse it, it's live, right? And if you're evil, you're not really alive. In some sense, you're dead.
Wow.
And if you're alive, you're not really evil. You're filled with truth and light, right? Nice. So like there's all kinds of, the secrets are right in front of you. You use them every single day. The word evil and life I use all the time.
I have a friend who really loved this stuff. Like, you know, the words, the definition of and the meanings, how powerful they can be.
Yeah, there's a lot of truth. But I think you got to unlock that stuff. Like, you can read the Bible and not get anything. You got to, like, unlock levels like a game. You unlock levels of truth. And it just becomes easier. Like, truth is just, when you're about to do something bad, truly you're, like, following a shadow, like an illusion. Like, it's truth is so valuable. Like, for example, I remember being in a relationship where I was obsessed with this woman. I loved her so much. I couldn't live without her. And I just realized that I was seeing a neglected part of myself in her. And when I realized this, boom, suddenly I didn't need her. And I wasn't obsessed with her. And it just, something lifted off my chest, and it was just a revelation.
Yeah.
And I started feeding that neglected part of myself. And it was beautiful.
Yeah. Relationship, reflects also, like, shows who we are.
Yeah.
More like.
Yeah, they are deep and romantic, but they're also animalistic in another sense, right? You want a woman with a, you know, and you know.
I know.
Some men, you know, many of us men, of course, want a beautiful woman and everything. But we also want, you know, I don't know.
Action.
Right? You want a sweet little thing that's cute. And there's lots of beautiful ladies out there. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But beautiful ladies, and you have a beautiful girlfriend, and she seems very nice. So you are fully satisfied, and I am too. I also have my own lady, and life is wonderful.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's meet again.
Okay, if you want to, we can even go get a beer somewhere.
All right.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
Okay, cool. I think we're done. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Cool, man.
Super.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, brother.
Thank you.
Good luck with the podcast, huh?
Right. Yeah.
Just don't sell your soul to the devil.
Thank you.